welcome back, Rankers. Guess what? It's nearly the end of the year, and we're probably not going to see each other before the end of the year. Well, you'll see me, I won't see you. Unless you come to the Melbourne SEO meetup on the 4th of December at the Honey Bar, where I'll be talking about how to build your brand and forget about Google and why you should be doing that. And it's basically the presentation I did at PubCon, but it will be updated because a lot's happened since then. We're about to talk about some of that. But come along to that, and thank you Chris Burgess, Peter Mead and Sijo George for setting up that group. Awesome group. Saw Jason Munn present last month on content marketing, and I'm continuing that content marketing theme in December. Now, the other thing, updates every week, and hey, I need to get my subscriber list up. I had a goal internally and I'm not going to hit it. So please, if you are I have some sort of YouTube account, some sort of Google account, all you have to do is go across to my channel, which is youtube.com/JimBoot, and just hit the subscribe button, and that would be awesome. So, what's happened this week? So last week, I went on to Sky News again, and basically talking about brand and why brand is bigger than Google and why you need to build that brand. And then what actually happened, I think it might have been the day I presented in PubCon or the day after I presented in PubCon. But basically, SEMrush brought out another ranking factors study, and it's caused quite a bit of controversy. When did she? So Olga released it on the 14th of November. So not that long ago. So released on the 14th of November, and the biggest ranking factor, which has caused quite a bit of controversy, is direct traffic. So in the report, SEMrush, are saying that the biggest ranking factor of the 600,000 keywords that they looked at is direct traffic. Now, there's a whole heap of questions with that, right? And if you've got them, don't worry, they've already been asked here on the Facebook thread. So this is a public thread, so you can go and have a look for that. Go and have a search for that. Or you can just go and download the report yourself at semrush.com/ranking factors. Some people are getting a little bit upset. Well, some people are getting a lot upset, actually. But it seems to be stemming around from, is this a correlation or is this a causation? Well, they've said it's a ranking factor. And when you look up the definition of the word factor, it means it's some sort of fact. Is it a fact that sites that rank really well also have lots of direct traffic? Yes. Is it causal? Probably not. I don't know. What's probably causal, though, the great ranking traffic, is going to come from a great brand. And Olga and a few of the other SEMrush people are pretty much saying that, as far as I can say anyway, and they'll correct me if I'm wrong. But think of, people get caught up in these things. It's not a signal. It's not a signal. Google didn't say there was a signal. Google didn't say that bloody bounce rate's a signal. They don't look at bounce rate. Well, they said they don't have access to analytics in the past. That's what Matt Cutts has said. Matt Cutts has said about bounce rate, well, the Google Analytics team is totally separate to the ranking team. However, they do have other things, right? They've got Chrome data. They've got all sorts of data. They've got dwell time on the site. They can measure how quickly you hit the back, or how quickly you end up back at the results. There's heaps of ways they could do it. So to get hung up on what's a signal, what's a factor, what's causation, what's correlation, to me is missing the point entirely. Because you're never going to find that stuff out to the nth degree. Google's not going to tell you everything there is to know about their algorithm. Not going to happen. So you'll never get that confirmed. So what do you look for? Well, you look for paths. You look for paths to get the best ranking. And to me, having a great brand is a pretty awesome path. Then you might say, well, branding's not a ranking factor, or Google might come out and say, well, branding's not a ranking factor. Well, maybe not directly, but certainly indirectly. It's certainly a path to great rankings. And if your brand can become synonymous with that key word, then your brand, for all intents and purposes, has to be number one, because it is that keyword. Let's Google that thing. It's search, right? Google is search. That's a strong brand. But you can have a strong brand in a small niche. You can have a strong brand in a very, very local niche as well. You've just got to get out there and hustle. You've just got to get out there and speak to those buyer personas who are searching for your product or service, and make sure when they think of a product or service that you sell, make sure they think of you first. It's not important to be first to market. It's important to be first in the mind of consumer, and that's what this ranking factor study is showing. Direct traffic, you are first in the mind of the consumer every time. Hopefully that's helpful. Short one today, but please come and say hello at the Honey Bar on the 4th of December. Go and have a read of that report. Let us know what you think. Get into this Facebook session if you're on Facebook and you want to have a discussion. There's SEOs from all over the world discussing this with SEMrush at the moment on Facebook. Olga's probably going to hate me for telling you all that, but it's interesting. And we'll see you next week. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye.